Most people still think collapse means something loud, a sudden explosion, a war, a moment you can point to on a calendar. But real collapse, it's quiet. It's the empty shelves in your grocery store. It's rent becoming so unlivable that your own neighborhood feels foreign. It's seeing wildfires rage in places that used to get heavy snow. It is watching billionaires fly to space while millions of people can afford their next meal. I'm Samman, and this is the first episode of The Unraveling. Today we're going to talk about what's really happening all around us, and why you've probably never heard it explained this way before. Something feels wrong, doesn't it? Most of us can feel it, but we can't quite put our finger on it. You feel like you're working harder than ever before, but you're constantly falling behind. It feels like every crisis just bleeds into the next, a constant stream of emergencies with no end in sight. The systems that were supposed to protect us, our governments, our healthcare, the media, they feel like they're slowly but surely breaking down. That feeling you have? It's not just in your head. The truth is, the collapse has already begun. It's not one big cinematic disaster. It's a slow erosion. A long, quiet unraveling of everything that once held our society together. History shows us this pattern again and again. Rome, the Mayans, the Byzantine Empire. Great civilizations don't just collapse overnight. They decay. They rot from the inside out, bit by bit, until one day the decline is so obvious that no one can deny it. And by then, it's usually too late. So let's look at the warning signs. These aren't pulled from some science fiction movie. They are happening right now, today. First, there's extreme inequality. The richest 1% now owns more wealth than the bottom 90% of the population combined. Think about that. We have millions of people working full-time jobs, sometimes more than one, who still can't afford basic necessities like housing, food, and healthcare. We are actively building an economy that is designed to extract wealth from the many to serve the very, very few. This isn't a bug in the system. It's becoming the system itself. Second is institutional breakdown. Trust in major institutions, government, media, even healthcare, is at or near historic lows. When you look at these systems, what do you see? Corruption, censorship, and constant dysfunction are becoming the norm. And as a result, people are tuning out. They've stopped believing that these institutions have their best interests at heart. They've lost faith. Then there's resource scarcity and climate collapse. We're no longer talking about distant future problems. The fires, the floods, the historic droughts, these are here now. We are hitting critical tipping points much faster than even the most pessimistic scientists expected. Access to clean water, fertile land for food, and reliable energy sources are becoming the new battlegrounds of the 21st century. In some parts of the world, they already are. And finally, there's the psychological collapse. Look at the data. Rates of depression, anxiety, burnout, and suicide are rising dramatically all over the globe. This is especially true for young people and those in low-income or marginalized communities. People are not just tired, they are losing hope. They feel trapped in a system that seems rigged against them. These aren't four separate, isolated issues. They are all symptoms of the same underlying disease. They are interconnected, feeding into and accelerating each other in a dangerous feedback loop. So, if all of this is happening, if the collapse is already here, why isn't everyone talking about it? Why isn't this the top headline on every news channel? The simple answer is that collapse isn't marketable. Fear doesn't sell products. Denial does. The systems we rely on for information, news outlets, social media influencers, politicians, are built to distract you, not to inform you. Their business model depends on feeding you a constant diet of outrage, celebrity gossip, and clickbait. They don't give you context or hard truths. The reality of our situation is too complicated, it's too uncomfortable, it's too inconvenient for those in power and for the advertisers who fund them. But pretending everything is fine doesn't stop a storm from coming. It just ensures you're completely unprepared when it finally hits your shores. This isn't about spreading fear. This isn't the end of the world, but it is, very likely, the end of the world as we have known it. The future won't be a simple return to normal. That world is gone. The coming years will be about a choice. Either we consciously build something new from the ground up, or we passively watch as what's left of the old world falls apart around us. And here's the most important truth. No one is coming to save us. Not the government, not a visionary billionaire, not a perfect new technology or app. The only real solution starts with us. It starts with awareness, with understanding the true nature of the problem. It starts with building community and fostering local resilience. Collapse is a process, but so is recovery. So is transformation. We are not powerless in this story, but we are running out of time to act. This video is just the beginning. It's the first step. In this series, I'm going to break down how collapses have happened in the past and what lessons we can learn from them. We'll explore what the next 10 years could realistically look like. We'll investigate how our current economic systems are failing and what might replace them. And most importantly, we'll talk about how you can build personal and community resilience, and where we can still find genuine hope. You don't need more sensationalism. You need clarity. You don't need to panic. You need a plan. So if you're still watching, if any of this resonated with that feeling deep down inside you, then you're exactly the kind of person this series was made for. This isn't just content. It's a conversation we desperately need to have. Subscribe right now, because our next episode could change how you see everything. Follow if you redone being lied to, and you're ready to understand what is really happening. And comment below with the one thing you feel most uncertain about in today's world. We'll explore those topics in a future video. Episode 2, The Myth of Endless Growth, drops very soon. I'm Samman. Thanks for watching, and don't look away. The unraveling has already begun.